Right. Hi. Good afternoon to all. So, uh, we'll be doing square root lesson today. Exercises in square root lesson. Right. Lesson number 8. So, have the date first of all, and write the lesson. Lesson number 8. Square root. Right. So, we are going to discuss the exercises in square root. Here, exercise 8.2. Exercise 8.2, question number 1. By considering the digit in the unit place of each number given below, show that first of all we need to identify what are the digits should be there in the unit place to be a square root and not to be a square root, right? If you have 2, 3, 7 and 8, what are the digits? 2, 3, 7 and 8, it's not a perfect square. If it's 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9, it's a perfect square, right? But not all the numbers, only the square numbers, right? So we'll observe here 832. 830. So by considering the digit in the unit place of each numbers given below, so that they are not perfect numbers. 832 digit is 30. Sorry, last digit is 2. Not perfect. Why? 2 is in the unit place. 7 and 3. 957. Unit place number is 7 and here the unit place number is 3. So not perfect. Give an example of a perfect square which has 9 in the unit place. Yes, what is the perfect square which has 9? You can have 49 and 169 also you have, right? So you have so many, you can write any one. Third part, if the digit in the unit place of a whole number is one of this, then it is a perfect square. So that an example that this statement is not always true. Yes, obviously, even though all the numbers which have these numbers as a unit place, if we take 464, obviously you can watch it by the last digit and say, this is a perfect square, right? But not all the numbers are perfect square. The perfect square numbers has these digits in the unit place, and we can't say that. We cannot conclude that all the numbers which have unit place of these numbers are perfect square. We cannot say like that. The numbers which are perfect squares have only these in their unit place, right? So you can say that. We'll take it an example. We'll take a small number without taking a big one. We'll take it as 44. 4 is in the unit place, but this is not a perfect square. Square root of 44 is how much? It's not a whole number. Square root is there, but not a whole number. So, 44 is not a perfect square. Observe the digit in the unit place of each number given below and write the digit in the unit. So, here you can have to write 4. The perfect square is what? 4. 16. The last digit is 6. You have to observe it. Very simple. So, we'll come to exercise 8.3. 8.3. Question number 1. Right? 2 times 5 to the power 2. You have to find each one. What is the answer? 2 times 5, which is equal to 10. Next. 2 times 3 times 5. square, which is equal to 2 times 3 times 5, 30. 3 times 5, 3 times 5. So this I can write it as 3 times 5 squared. I can write it as like this. And the final answer is 3 times 5, which is equal to 15. Right, next what you have? 3 times 7 times 7. So this I can write it as 3 squared times 7 squared. Or you can write 3 times 7 all things squared. Same thing, 3 times 7, which will be equal to 21. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we'll write it as power of 2. 2 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 2 times 3 to the power. So you can simply get 2 times 3 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay? Times 5, 13. Very simple. Find the square root using prime factors. So you need to find using prime factors. Question number 2, 144. So how do you find? Divided by the prime factors. 72, 36, 18, 9, 3 and 3. So here you will be having 144 will be equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So you need to find what? Square root. 100 square root of 144. 2 times 2 square, 2 square times 3 square. So finally you will be having 2 times 2 times 3 will be equal to 4 times 3. 12. Okay. So I'll get this part. And then 400. So 400, how do we find? Divided by the prime factors. Fine. So you have square root 400 is equal to 2 squared. 2 squared times 5 squared. I wrote it directly. So I have 2 times 2 times 5. 4 times 5 will be equal to 20. Then I have 900. 450. 225. Then 3, right? 7, 3. Am I correct? 5, 5. 3, 25, 5, 5, 1. So 900 is equal to 2 square, 3 square, 5 square. 2 times 3 times 5 times 5, which is equal to 30. Then we have 324. 1, 6, 2, 81. And we have 3. What do you have? 2 squared, 3 squared, 3 squared. Then you will be having 2 times 3. It will be equal to 6 times 3 is 18. Right? Then we have 625. 2 no, 3 no, 5. Then we have 625 equal to 5 square times 5 square, which is equal to 5 times 5 equal to 25. 484. One, two, one, at 11. Then here we will be having 480 is equal to 2 square times 11 square. 2 times 11, which is equal to 22. Right? Okay. Then question number 3. What is the side length of square shaped parking lot of area 256? So the area is 256. So how do you find the side length? 256 square root. So how do you find? So you can use the normal method what we use now, divided by prime factors. We have so many 2's, right? So we'll write 256 is equal to 2 square times 2 square times 2 square times 2 square, which is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 16, right? 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. 16 squared is equal to 156. So one side is equal to 16 meters. Question number 4. The area of the square land is 196. Again, the same thing. 196 square root you need to find. So how do you find? 196 to 9, 8, divide by 2, 4, 9. Then we have 7, 7, 1. So 196 square root is equal to 2 square times 7 square will be equal to 2 times 7 is equal to 14. Right? Then we'll move on to exercise 8.3. Before we move on, it can have you can mark your answers. Right, before we move on to the exercise 8.3, I'll recall something. Okay, right. This one, if the square root is ending with 1459, not square root, the perfect square is ending with the unit place digit is 145690, the square root unit place will be either 1 or 9, either 2 or 8, either 5, here not either, the 5, 4 or 6, 7 or 9 or 0. When the square, perfect square value is ending with 0, the square root unit place will be 0. If the square unit place of the perfect square is 5, the square root unit place is also 5. If the perfect square unit place is 6, the square root unit place will be ending with either 4 or 6, right? So, for 8.3, 8.4, right? So, we'll come to question number 2. Check whether the given numbers are perfect squares and find the square root of each number. Right. First of all, you need to find whether these numbers are square roots or not. Right. 169, first one. 8.4, 169. So, yes, this is a square root. So, how do you find whether it is a square root? By the last digit, right? So, if this is a square root, how do you find? Ending with 9. Ending with 9 means the square root value unit place will be either 7 or 3. 7 or 3. Then we need to check the first digit. 1, square root of 1 is 1. So 17 or 13. You can find 169 is either 17 or 13. 13 times 13 is 169 or 17 times 17 is 136. 169. 13 times 13 is 169. So you can find, you can write 116 is equal to 13. 972. 972 is not a square root. 441. 441. So here 1 and 9. Either 1 or 9. Here 4 no. Then the square root of 4 is 2. 21 no 29. 21 no 29. So you can multiply it and see whether it is 21 or 29. 2, 2, 4, 444. So very simple. 444 is equal to 21. Right? Next. 716. 16, 4 and 6. 4 or 6. So the less number is 4, either 24 or 26. So we'll multiply and see. Correct, correct. Six times 6, 3. 12, 13, 14, 15. 12, 1. times 2, 4, plus 1, 5, 6, 7, 676. Something is wrong. Ah, 716 is not a perfect square. That's why. So this is not a perfect square. 361. 361. 1, if you get 1, you will get 109. 3, the number less is 1, so either 11 or 19. 11 is 121, we know. 19 times 19, 9 plus 8 is 17. 9, 1, 1, 361. Answer is 19. Right, 484. 480. So 4 is what? 208. 208. So 22, 28. 484 is what? 22, right? 20. 1000. This method can apply for 100 to 1000 only. How do you find this one? How do you find this one? You can find this one using the same method, right? The previous method. 760, 761, 716. Let's see whether we can divide it by 3. Oh, no, this is not a perfect square. And obviously the last digit is 2. So therefore it's not a perfect square. 529. 9 will be having 7 no 3. 5 no. So 2, 23 or 27. $559. So answer is 23. $372. 2. 2 is not a perfect square, right? So 624. 624. 2 and 8. 208. 6 you will be having 24. 28. But this is not 22 or 28. 624 is not a perfect square. Okay. Right. The next 324 is a whole number between 15 and 20. Find root 324. 324. How do you find? 4 is what? 208. 3 no? Between 15 and 20. So 12 is not there. So you can say that 324 is square root is 18. 20 and 30. 625. Very simple. You know this one. Answer is 5. 6 is 2. 25 easily you can get. Find the square root of each of the numbers given below by observation. The same way, 256. 6 you will be having 4 or 6. 2 means 1 and 14 or 16. 14 or 16. See, it is 16, right? Is equal to 16. Then we will have 441. 441 we have already found. It is 21. 729. 9 we will be having 7 or 3. 7 you will be having 27 or 23. Will be having 27. 361. 361. We have found it as 19. 841. 841. So either 1 or 9. 8 means, so you will be having 21 or 29. 21 or 29. 29. Very simple, right? So if you have any doubt regarding when you are doing sums, you can ask me. Square root is very easy. You have to find the square root. In grade 10, we are going to find the decimal ones also here. These are all perfect squares. No? So we found the square root of only perfect squares. When you go to grade 10, we'll be finding square roots for the numbers which are not perfect squares. For whole numbers, we are going to find. Right? Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Ask me. Right? So until that, stay safe and have a nice day, everyone. Bye.